White House Plumbers. And the show must go on. And it does. And what a show. Good show. It was a British expression of maybe some decades ago. Good show, pretty good show, bloody good show. Woody Harrelson, Theroux, wonderful performances, I think, although critics have been a bit less enthusiastic, I guess. And I'm not very happy with Harrelson and his lamentable apparition on SNL, Saturday Night Live show, Saturday Night. When he talked about COVID as being a conspiracy, yeah, what a disgrace. It also goes to prove, keep mentioning Intellectuals by Paul Johnson, a book which looks at Tolstoy, Hemingway, Ibsen, Jean-Jacques Rousseau and others, prominent intellectuals, and how ghastly they could be. Jean-Jacques Rousseau left his children at the door of an orphanage. And at that time, 9 out of 10 died in the situation. So we have this, and the conclusion is, and it has been repeated to me by various people, you have to, apparently our greatest writer here, Cărtărescu, Jack Cărtărescu, also said something along these lines. Don't look at the writer, but the author. Look at the text, look at the book, because if you... And who doesn't have shortcomings? So there's that. At least these people have performances. So they're off to the Watergate. We're moving into the scandal, best known, which will lead in the series. We're not there yet, but we know it. It's in the past. The resignation of Richard Nixon, who was, come to think of it, and looking at some of his fragments of speeches there and thinking of what he did, I mean, 10,000 times better than Trump. And instead of progress, the Republicans, America, has gone down, regressed instead of progressing so much. And the world, since this is the leader, may suffer again in 2024. So they don't have, I don't have the tools. I have the right tools, but in Miami, so that's it. It's also true there's artistic license. We're warned, we're told about that, so it's dramatized, based on real events. This happened. I mean, they broke into the Democratic headquarters, the headquarters of the Democratic campaign, to spy and see what the opponent is doing, what the adversaries are doing in a campaign for election, for presidential election, and it's they get locked in one place, and then there's Libby, who is trying to shoot this this light off, and I wonder if it's again artistic license, and for us to laugh here, or is it based on something they heard? They know. I mean, maybe during the investigation they found this. They found all those bullet holes there. And the story is told by the participants. So it is great fun, very often preposterous, of course, and outlandish characters, but again, they were for real, at least in part of what we see in the series. And I know I also read in Influence, a classical psychology by Robert Cialdini, and it was in the context that they proposed all these crazy, really crazy plots and schemes, which were indeed, I mean, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that. And we see a sample of that in this season, in the series. But in the end, they felt they had to accept something which was still, I mean, in the end, led, I'll repeat that, to the resignation of the President of the United States. But something which at least was less outrageous, preposterous than the rest of the plans. There were tragicomic figures, mad people involved. And this guy with Hitler and oh my God, phenomenal.